Well, hello there. This is Shawn 1113 with your Shawn Steele's NFL Picks 2014 Week 6. The record was last week was a great 11-4. My best pick actually had to be, well, the worst pick was Cincinnati over New England. And New England, of course, won. That was my worst pick. My best pick actually was almost a loss, Cleveland over Tennessee. So with that in mind, well, actually, here's the overall record. Like I said, 11-4, Week 5. Overall, 48-28, 63.2%. Now on with the games. There are 15 games this week, and there's some pretty hard games to pick when I was looking at the schedule. So let's go at it. Indianapolis and Houston this coming Thursday night, October 9th. I'm going to pick Indianapolis, but would it shock me that Houston beat them if they manage the game? No. But I'm going to pick Indianapolis. They're in a row. Indy's in a row right now, recently. Pittsburgh and Cleveland. This is kind of a hard game to pick because even if you're a Steelers fan, you cannot be happy with the play they're having recently. The loss to Tampa Bay, which they should have had no business losing. And then Jacksonville, them and Oakland are the worst teams in the league. Yet Jacksonville they let Jacksonville hang on until, of course, Pittsburgh won. I was honestly flip-flopping on this, but I'm going to pick Pittsburgh one more time and see what happens. Pittsburgh over Cleveland. New England, Buffalo. New England woke up last week, proved me wrong, and Buffalo proved me wrong over Detroit. So, to me, it's a tough pick because Buffalo always plays tough in Buffalo against New England. Excuse me. But I'm going to pick New England over Buffalo in that. Another hard game to pick. Carolina and Cincinnati. Disappointing last week for Cincinnati. Carolina had to go to win that game last minute over Chicago. But Chicago turned over the ball. That's what made Carolina win that game. I'm going to pick Cincinnati because of their home. But what shocked me, Carolina won? No. But nevertheless, I'm going to pick Cincinnati over Carolina. But it is a tough game to pick. Jacksonville and Tennessee. Picking Tennessee next. Green Bay, Miami. In Miami, I heard it was going to rain. That's bad news. Well, I have a co-worker who is a fan of Green Bay. Got news for you. Aaron Rodgers can make some pretty bad mistakes. You better have your running game ready because the front five of Miami is going to beat them. And the running game, the Lamar Miller, and if Ryan Tannehill doesn't screw up, he'll be ready. But I'm going to pick Miami one more time over Green Bay at home. Here's another game. I hope Teddy Bridgewater will be quarterback. Because the quarterback position can't get any worse than Christian Ponder did. Detroit and Minnesota. Oh, another tough pick. But I'm going to pick Detroit very reluctantly over Minnesota. Would it shock me that Minnesota wins that game? No. But I'm going to pick Detroit over Minnesota. Denver over the New York Jets. I'm going to pick Denver. Because it doesn't matter which quarterback is going to show up for the Jets. Really, no. Picking Denver over the Jets. Move on. Here's one of the toughest games to pick. Baltimore and Tampa Bay. Ever since that 56-14 drubbing on Thursday night a couple weeks ago, And the change of quarterbacks to Mike Glenn, I think they need to keep Mike Glennon at quarterback because they are a whole lot better with him, with Josh McCown. Josh McCown is just a proven backup. Baltimore keeps losing these games or winning these games close, but they're always going to be in it. I'm going to pick Tampa Bay here in this game. I really am. I mean, Tampa Bay has played so much better. So everything's gelling together. I'm going to pick Tampa Bay. That's my steal of the week. Tampa Bay over Baltimore. San Diego, Oakland. San Diego. Next question. Chicago and Atlanta can't make heads or tails on this one either. Atlanta seems like it's proven that they're a better home team than a road team. Chicago, if they make one or two mistakes, they would be really 4-1, to be honest with you. Excuse me. Be honest with you. But I'm going to have to pick right now Atlanta at home over Chicago. Dallas, Seattle, well, Dallas has played quite well. They barely won against Houston. Seattle got to keep those penalties against the Redskins. If they don't get into too much trouble, man. But the difference is Russell Wilson right now. Because when he manages the game, everything else is in balance on the offensive side. Marshawn Lynch can get loose. And if the Cowboys, I mean, if it's a high-scoring game, it's going to be Dallas. If it's a low-scoring game, it's going to be Seattle. But Seattle's at home, and I'm going to pick Seattle over Dallas nevertheless. Here's another tough pick, Washington and Arizona. To me, two teams that are just... I'm going to pick Arizona over Washington, but that's the only reason for that, though, is just Arizona's at home. Their defense is tough as nails. That's their run defense. And Washington just, I don't know. I don't know. I can't place what's wrong with the Redskins, but I guarantee you they're not going to beat Arizona in Arizona. If it was Washington, that's a different story. Game of the week. Sunday night, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the thing. The Giants have won 3 in a row, and they have pretty much gelled and gotten used to the West Coast offense, and their defense has gotten better. Philadelphia can definitely score a whole lot of points, and their defense is quite soft. In fact, the funny thing about that St. Louis game is that their defense almost lost the game for them. I'm going to trust the Giants. You know what? I'm going to pick the Giants. I'm going to pick the Giants because Philadelphia's D scares me when they give up so much yards and so much points. If they can give up so much second half points to St. Louis, I don't know if they're going to stop the Giants. Either way. Hate to admit it, but ordinary circumstances, I would pick Philadelphia at home. But I'm going to pick the New York Giants over Philadelphia Sunday night. And finally, the game that I think is a trap game for San Francisco against St. Louis. If St. Louis gets anything going in St. Louis, they might pull it off against San Francisco. But I'm going to pick San Francisco over St. Louis. Excuse me. Over St. Louis, nevertheless, in that game. But to me, it's a trap game for San Francisco, for the 49ers. So those are all your picks. Week 6. Enjoy the games. Reminder, please comment, like, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.